Well, thank you very much, Mr. Singh. Good morning to everybody. I had prepared what is called a presentation for this occasion, but then I think I'll go without that because there's nothing much. I mean, I just had about 3-4 slides which can be shown, but without that also I think we'll be able to maintain the concentration required. Let me begin by saying that the National E-Governance Plan is one of the best things which has happened to this country. I have been in this area of administration and administrative reform since last about 28 to 29 years. And we have all been doing in our own small measure something, tinkering somewhere and tinkering somewhere else. And administrative reforms we have been trying in our own manner. As you know, there are departments of administrative reforms at the state level. Somehow those reforms have not come about the way we would have liked them to come about. And NEGP is the first attempt to really institutionalize the whole issue and whole gamut of administrative reforms. And I think this is a program, if it succeeds, I'm sure it is going to change the way the government functions. It is going to transform the delivery systems in the government and the way government functions. So let me just congratulate the Government of India and the Department of IT and all people who are involved in this great venture, that they have really taken upon themselves a great duty, a great responsibility, and I am sure it will succeed. The way the whole NEGP has been structured is also very logical. It has what is called the core infrastructure in one place. It has the core applications in another, the broad process reforms in a third one. So it weaves together the entire gamut of the administrative systems, both in the center and the state. I see the state data center, the state wide area network, and the common service center as, the storage, the transmission, and the distribution. Look at electricity, you generate electricity, you transmit it, and you distribute it. That is the way I look at it. And I think this whole piece is complete once you have these three basic IT infrastructures in place. So this again has been organized in a very beautiful manner. Then of course on this IT infrastructure will ride those critical applications, be it registration, land records, treasury, transport, whatever. So this is a very important, these three pieces. And fortunately the two, which is the statewide area network and the common service center, now we have some working experience of these two. In our state, we are going to commission the statewide area network preferably this month itself. The common service centers, we have already started about 10% of the common service centers. We had to set up about 4,500 and we have done 500 are become operational. And the initial, you can call it results or evaluation thereof, they are extremely encouraging and we find that they are getting business. We are also happy that we are also able to provide them some business initially. Though the promise was that you quote for your revenue deficit, assuming that we are not going to give you any business. So therefore they cannot come back and tell us that Mr. Sharma, you promised us that you will have these applications coming and now they are not coming, so we are suffering a loss. So whatever, and the way we have priced the delivery of the government applications is such that the more the applications are delivered, the less will become our revenue support. We are in a way able to offset some prices. As an example, suppose a service is delivered at 20 rupees, the cost of delivery of that service is 5 rupees. The pricing has been done as 10 rupees. So we get, some CSC delivers that service, he gets 10 rupees and there's a profit of 5 rupees for him. And the other 10 rupee, which is, the difference between what he charges from the customer and what he takes himself, that is used to offset the revenue support of CSC. Now that has become a very good selling point with the IT department of our state, where I am going to, I go to the departments and tell them that, friends, the more services you deliver, the more money you will save to the state. So therefore, there is an obligation on them, and then everybody, joins me saying that yes, he's saying the right thing. So let's save money for the government. Let's not give this revenue support. And I also give them this carrot that if you save more money, I'll give you more money to do your computerization and your networking and your infrastructure creation. So they are also joining this bandwagon, and I'm sure this pricing mechanism is going to somehow drive this movement of delivery of the government services through these common service centers. Now the state data center is again an extremely important component thereof. We are at a stage where we are studying the initial services which will be delivered. The portal is a part of this whole concept. The state data center hardware infrastructure is going to be coupled with the delivery systems in form of an interactive portal where we will be able to deliver G2C through these portals. So the way we have structured it is that we have, the government of India had given us a number of options. One option was that you own the entire thing and you get the NIC to do it. The other option was that you own the entire thing but you give the maintenance to somebody else. And the third option was that you do it in a PPP mode where the operator sets up the entire hardware infrastructure, and then he is also able to, he's also asked to deliver operate the thing, maintain and operate. We have selected this third option with the proviso that the ownership of the assets will rest with the government of Jharkhand. In the sense that, yes, he will put in his money, he'll procure the hardware, but we will structure it in such a financial structuring will be done in such a manner that this hardware, we are the owners of this hardware. Though he maintains and operates this hardware for a period of 5 years, that is the boot system. We have the quarterly guaranteed revenue. We have also tied up with the number of transactions which he does. Ultimately, the data center owner is not merely going to operate and maintain the hardware. He is also going to deliver these services, the G2C services. And for that, the departments are being sort of brought up to the scale where they are able to share this platform of delivery with the data center. So that way, the departmental applications will be able to be delivered through this system. The CSCs, when they deliver the applications, the data center person gets some part of it. So again, he also becomes a partner in this pricing structure, where this 20 rupees, maybe 10 rupees, the CSC operator takes, maybe 2, 3 or 4 rupees this data center operator takes. And that is going to be the bidding parameters as to what is going to be your transaction cost per transaction. So this is the way we are structuring it. We are in the process of preparing the RFP. I think the RFP should be ready by August end, in another 3-4 weeks, and then we'll put it there. We hope that if everything goes well, in the next 2-3 months we should have selected the operator, and then we should have started the work. It is not as if nothing is being done now, because we already have some kind of a small data center from which we are delivering applications, and the CSCs which are now nascently coming up, those CSCs are going to draw upon this small infrastructure which we have in the state, which actually has which hosts various applications and is able to deliver the things. There is a serious issue I would, let me just now deal with in a couple of, do I have a couple of minutes? 2, 3? There are some issues. One issue is that a portal, the operator who will operate the data center and who will operate the portal, naturally his inclination or his interest is going to be how to increase the number of transactions. Transaction is going to be his main, interest. On the other hand, a portal of this nature is necessarily going to provide some informational services to the citizens. Some services which are not really transactions, but which citizen needs, RTI informations, all the other kinds of information systems. Now, we have to somehow structure this in such a manner that the data center person does not ignore these informational services and concentrates and focuses only on the transaction one. So this is something which our consultants are working